Hello, my name is Ayush Medhekar, and I'm a Leo at Step for a Better World Leo Club. I am the lead for the Dia de Los Muertos PSA. What is Dia de los Muertos? Dia de los Muertos, known as the Day of the Dead, is a celebration originating from Mexico. The holiday is celebrated on November 1st and 2nd, just right after Halloween. The holiday celebrates the deceased loved ones by welcoming their spirits back for reunion. Dia de los Muertos is celebrated for many reasons, including honoring and remembering the deceased ancestors, and it passes down cultural identity, traditions, and stories through multiple generations. Dia de los Muertos started in Mexico, and it's famous for public parades in Mexico City. And in the US, because of the Mexican heritage, there are also parades in cities like New York City and Los Angeles.
Hi, I'm Arjun Mehta. I'm a Leo from Step for a Better World Leo Club. Dia de los Muertos has a lot of traditions, such as building ofrendas with photos, candles, flowers, and food, and celebrating with music, parades, and sugar skulls. People wear traditional embroidered or white clothing, and face paint like calaveras honors death without fear. Graves are decorated with marigolds, candles, food, and photos, and favorite items are placed to welcome visiting spirits. Cemetery visits show love and remembrance, and the tradition celebrates life and family connections.
Hi, my name is Aarav Garg, and I'm a 9th grader from High School North. I'm part of Step for a Better World Leo Club. Dia de los Muertos can be traced all the way back to pre-Columbian societies, like the Maya and Azteca. They held a belief that the spirits of their dead returned annually, and offerings of food, flowers, and sentimental objects to ancestors were part of the rituals. After Spanish colonization, the Catholic traditions blended in with the native rituals. Catholic beliefs were brought by Spain and combined with the native customs. The fundamental meaning of Dia de los Muertos is to honor our ancestors, celebrate our life, and uphold our current family traditions. To celebrate, families construct ofrendas adorned with candles, marigolds, pictures, and their deceased favorite food. Life and death are celebrated with colorful decorations, pan de muerto, and sugar skulls.
Hello, my name is Maria Shenouda, and I'm a Leo at Step for a Better World Leo Club, and today I'm going to be talking about how to spread awareness for Dia de los Muertos. One way to do this would be spreading awareness through social media, and through this you would share posts, stories, or anything that you have about Dia de los Muertos, and you could also highlight traditions, symbols, or any type of celebration that they do during this day. Furthermore, you can actually teach people through crafts, and what this means is that you can, if you know how to make something called papel pegado, you can teach people how to do it, because I would be teaching them a little bit about what this holiday is, and also you could just create little sugar skulls and other traditional crafts to place around the school or any place that you're working at. Furthermore, and finally, you can also participate in community events such as festivals and parades, or any type of community or school celebrations that people are holding for Dia de los Muertos. Furthermore, you could also support local cultural organizations.
Hi, I'm Shinaya Jain, Leo Secretary of Step for a Better World Leo Club, and today I'll be talking about what is often overlooked in Dia de los Muertos. First is the Hollywood influence, because Hollywood shows the holiday as skulls, skeletons, and dark visuals rather than explaining what it actually means, so the media often misunderstands the holiday. Next, we have the misinterpretation as Halloween, because they happen at the same time, and so even though Halloween is for fear, costumes, and entertainment, Dia de los Muertos is about remembering and honoring loved ones, happening at the same time minimizes the cultural meaning of the holiday. Finally, we have the indigenous origins, because Dia de los Muertos comes from an indigenous Mexican tradition that existed long before colonization. These cultures viewed it as a part of death as a part of natural part of life and not something to fear. And when the meaning is lost, the cultural and spiritual meaning behind the whole celebration is also lost. Thank you.
It's Ananya Gupta, and today I'll tell you about Dia de los Muertos. Dia de los Muertos is also known as the Day of the Dead. It's a Mexican holiday that honors people who have passed away. Symbols that represent Dia de los Muertos. Marigold flowers remind us to guide the souls home. Skeletons remind us to celebrate memories. Sugar skulls show the cycle of life. Families build ofrendas or altars to welcome spirits. This includes photos, food, candles, and flowers. Papel picado, decorated sugar skulls, marigold flowers, skeleton figures, and butterfly decorations are crafts that are made for the holiday. It uses 4 nature elements. Candles represent fire, papel picado shows wind, marigolds represent guiding spirits, and monarch butterflies represent returning souls. Thank you.
Dia de los Muertos. It is important to teach children about Dia de los Muertos so they understand the meaning behind the celebration. Learning about the holiday helps kids respect their culture and feel connected to their family history. When children are educated at a young age, these traditions are more likely to continue in the future. Books and other sources of information play an important role in preserving the tradition of Dia de los Muertos. In addition to books, documentaries from sources like National Geographic help ensure that the history and cultural importance of Dia de los Muertos are remembered and passed down to future generations. Continuing traditions from the past is important because it helps keep a culture's history and identity alive. Families continue traditions such as building ofrendas, decorating them with marigolds, candles, and photographs. By continuing these traditions, communities protect their heritage and make sure it remains meaningful for future generations.